doing another test at the same time. It's looking so much better now. So we decided instead to go on a road trip in the Mog.
So we always intended when we started the camper that we would have some sort of air conditioning system in the back. As you guys know, we don't have aircon in the cab and that doesn't bother us too much at this stage. But we want to future-proof ourselves for a family, so we think it's pretty important to have the ability to have some air conditioning in the back, especially in Australia when it gets really hot. So we're super excited. We've actually teamed up with MyGenerator in sorting out our air conditioning solution. So I'll get it out. So we got this bad boy here. So this is called the Truma Saphir Comfort RC, and it is an under-bunk air conditioner, which in the market are kind of rare and pretty unique. So obviously the big downside of your usual sort of Caravan air cons is that they are up on your roof and they're really heavy. So you normally have to actually have your roof supported with some sort of structure that goes around that particular unit. Not to mention it puts it quite high, and as you guys know, our box is pretty high as it is. So we always wanted to keep our weight as low as possible in the Mog with as many of our heavy items as possible. So that's kind of where the underbunk aircon really shines for us and was always the unit that we wanted. So this thing also is a heater, and in cooling mode it'll also clean your air and dehumidify it. So it does pretty much everything, which is awesome, and it heats with 1700 watts, so it'll actually be a really good heater. We will be installing a diesel heater as well, but it'll be really nice that if that diesel heater fails, or say we run out of diesel for that, we've always got our aircon that we can use as our backup as well. Now it has 3 ports on the side. So we have this nice hose here that I can cut to length, and basically have 3 different ports around the Mog. One up high, we'll probably have a couple low as well, and so we can basically fire aircon or heating all around the cabin, which will be really nice. Other cool thing about this is it's only 23 kilos, so it's actually really light, and we are going to have it underneath our full upright fridge, so that'll be a really nice spot for it. I will need to plumb it through the floor for the drain so that it can drip out that way, and just make sure that it's got enough cooling all around it as well as behind the fridge. So we're pretty confident we've got it in a good spot, but yeah, we'll be installing it over the coming couple of weeks, I would say. Very excited about it, so I'm keen to show you guys me install this. Very amateur DIY installation, but it should be good.
And the fridge platform is done.
Yeah, so big piece of wood. We'll probably use more of our old tray wood. It's going to go on top here. On top of that will be our fridge, and obviously underneath is the Truma aircon. So we need to make this so that we can pull the aircon out if we ever had to, and still be able to service the filter every once in a while. So yeah, I think that works really well. Got a little bit of space just above the unit, and heaps of breathing room. Basically there's 3 ducts that we're going to have coming out of each hole. One of them is going to go behind the unit, come up through into our storage, and have a little port like that sticking out over this way. So future kitty has air conditioning or heating, and we're going to have another pipe coming out here near the kitchen, kind of in the central living area space, and we'll have another one which will be over in our couch seating area here. So nice centrally located ducting. We're not going to have them high up. It would probably be more efficient, the cooling being really high, but we would have to make so many mods to our design in order to get these ducts up and hide them. So I think having them about that sort of level will be perfect. I mean, it's not a huge box, so yeah. And then we've got our cabling which will run down behind the fridge. first length of the pipe, and that's going to work really well. I've left a little bit of extra. We just need to find some hangers, they're about that diameter, to put underneath the shelving unit so that that stays up nice and strong. We've cut it through the carpet. That's going to go down behind the Truma. Now you've got 3 different ports. The port furthest away from the center of the unit is the most powerful. So I want the most powerful one going to the kind of main sleeping area, I guess you could call it. And then the second most powerful I'll have going into that area of the box, and the least powerful you want obviously on your shortest run we'll have going up to here. We will need to get a bit more of this this piping, maybe about 3 more meters. You only want a maximum of 15 meters in total, and from memory your longest run should be no more than 8 meters. So we'll be absolutely fine there. The unit will be easily powerful enough to run a space this size. You could have probably quite a lot bigger, and this unit would still be easily powerful enough. Now Truma was really good in supplying a really detailed basically map for cutting holes into the floor, which I really like because we've cut some holes so far with no template and you've got to do heaps of measuring and stuff. So the way we've got the unit is that will go this way. All I need to do is work out exactly where we want the unit. I think I'll probably have this equal distance from here and here. So there's room for piping, there's room for a bit of airflow, and we haven't put aluminium along here so that we can remove the unit if we ever need to. And I can also access the filter here as well. That'll be under the kitchen bench. So I think that's going to be the area to put it in. So I'm going to pull the unit out, put this on the floor and start drilling holes. Alright, so one of the most important things for us is to check underneath the tray that everything's going to clear. So if we had the unit over that way a bit more, it wouldn't work for us at all, because we do need to chop holes in the floor for the unit to work as a reverse cycle aircon. So basically just checking, and looks like it'll clear everything all there. That's the most important thing it has to clear, and it looks like that'll be fine. We'll probably have a drainage hole around here somewhere, which is okay as well. And yeah, so that was lucky. Okay, so yeah, all the holes have been done. So those are the 2 drainage holes. There's the air intake and outlet. Now we've got the mounting brackets. So this is shown on the template, which I'll do soon, but the mounting needs to go about there roughly. We've got a mounting plate here in the front. The back, we don't need one. We're going to have a little piece of rubber and then use our alley to secure the box, secure the unit. We'll have one of these here, rather there. And we'll have another piece of aluminium here. So it's cool that they supplied the brackets. And we're going to put in the drainage. That'll pop through there. And then I'll seal from underneath. And we've also got 2 metal grates to use that go underneath as well to stop any bugs or anything like that getting in. So I'm going to get stuck into that now, and then we can put the unit in place. We have that on that side so I can get to it. Okay, so we got the Saphir all basically put into place. Actually super easy, so it's like lunchtime now and we've done the whole, well, the majority of the installation for this guy. So we're going to have our plumbing coming up along here with a piece of wood over the top. We still have this grill that is going to go here in the front, and that is so that this guy can be pulling in air. So obviously maybe an ideal setup under a bed, you'd have it like that. For us, this will be all open kitchen space or underneath the kitchen. So I'm thinking, just judging by some of the maths that I've done on it, it'll be fine here, and it will have a lot of breathing room and still be able to pull air out of the rest of the cabin, I guess, the compartment. So that'll go there. Then we've got the infrared receiver for the remote. We're kind of just doing a bit of a brainstorm at the moment of where we'll put that. I'm thinking probably just down here near the grate. We'll do some tests first to see how sensitive this is. And then we've got the remote as well, which is cool. So, I mean, it is going to be a powerful unit. It'll, as we always knew, and with every aircon, it'll really suck power. So this is very much going to be something that we'll put on, I guess, irregularly. It's not going to be something that's on all day, every day. So a lot of the time it'll be potentially when we drive. So when we're driving, we'll have the solar working, plus the alternator charging our lithium batteries, and that'll be a great time to have the aircon on in hot climates. So yeah, we're really excited about this. In fact, it's the first aircon Ange and I have owned. So yeah, it's cool. But yeah, installation was great. There's a few brackets. I've put them in slightly different positions than you normally would, just because it was peculiar to this setup. And I've also made another bracket out of aluminium and put it in the front here, so this guy, there's no chance of it moving at all.
And one of the last job that we just did was installing these two little grates and as well sealing around these two pipes. So very good news, the installation of the air conditioning unit yesterday went super smoothly, so super happy and relieved. So that gives us some time today to tackle some little jobs that we need to get done and as well get ready for a little trip. So as you know, we really wanted to go to New Zealand to visit Chris' family, but unfortunately the travel bubble is now shut, so we're unable to go at this stage. So we decided instead to go on a road trip in the Mog, 7 days, maybe more, maybe less. We've got no exact, I guess, time frame. The only thing is school holidays is coming up, so we still have to keep that in mind. But yeah, we'll just take, I guess, our old camping gear. The Mog, I guess, is obviously not finished, but we can still definitely enjoy ourselves for like a week or so. So I wanted to show you first of all the cab. Chris has done such a fantastic job finishing the carpet, so that was especially all on my side. It's looking so much better now. I've just done my little rubber mat here, which is like very thin rubber, some hook tapes. It's kind of like Velcro. You can remove it so that if you've got any dirt like so, you can just remove it easily. And as well, that will be my first time in my air ride seat, which I'm super excited about because I've never tried it, I guess, officially. So that's definitely gonna be a much better ride than when we had the ExArmy truck, basically bare bone stock, and we went to ExArmy for Christmas. So that's the plan for today. I'll show you what we pack and what we get up to.
Largest wall.
So super happy to have completed our wall that will be next to the fridge, having a quick coffee and starting to pack up for the trip. All the old camping gear from the Jeep. Finding some treasures, finding some spiders.
Yeah, I found a big red bag.
All the Seabuck gear looking good. Then starting to pack a little bit in the garage. All there. It feels weird. I feel like we're going like away back on the road full time, but not quite yet. It's a little warm up, let's say, just to, you know, remember how it feels like to be on the road.
So a bit of a testament to this glue. So this is the Sikaflex stick-in seal, which is technically Sika 111. That's what's on this little bit of aluminium here with very little surface area. It's literally only stuck on that rail and that rail. And we've had it like this now for a couple of weeks.
I've been down 10 times a day.
Yeah, I must be about 97 kilos. This is 20 kilos, so that glue is strong.
And we're doing another test at the same time.
Yep. Because so many of you said that the plumbing system wouldn't work. I'm pretty sure it will work, but we'll see. So we've already put 30 litres in. This is way more water than you'd ever put in this shower at once. See how fast she drains? Yeah, it drains fast.
Crazy.
Real fast. But it's sloping this way, so that's why this one's draining a bit more. But yeah, that's already drained out. Alright, so here's another 10 litres. So the tanks must be about half full now. So we'll turn the shower into a little bathtub and see if it slows down a lot. Still draining fast, still got a good whirlpool going on. So that must be, we must be at least 3/4 full on those tanks. Still draining faster than most drains, I reckon.
Yeah.
To be honest. Cool, so Ange and I are really stoked with that. It's exactly what we wanted to happen when we plumbed this whole thing up. Hopefully that's shown a few of you that didn't quite understand about a bottom filling kind of setup. Basically with this, as long as your holding tank is lower than the drain that you're pouring water into, gravity will do its job. So it's been really nice having two drains, I guess, just in case, but that's drained adequately for sure in comparison to what our actual shower head, the amount of water that'll come out of that. The reason it's draining out of the second tank at the moment is the top two inlets, they're called, I guess, are both open at the moment. We'll leave the highest one open and we'll shut the current one that's leaking. That'll enable us to get a full 85 litres in there, as opposed to we must have put in roughly 80 litres, I think, maybe 75, 80. But yeah, it's worked really well. A few of you mentioned the ram's horns we've got going on. That wasn't intentional at all. It's basically all of the room that we've got being used up. So I'll probably get some stainless steel zip ties and just pull those up a little bit more. But that's no biggie at all and won't affect the system at all. It might act like the tiniest of a little trap here, but nothing major. And when we're driving, I'm sure that'll slosh around and remove itself. This HEPFO's proving perfect. We've got no leaks whatsoever.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really happy with the grey water system, and the sink should be even more simple, and we've got a bit more room on that side. So yeah, now the only other test we need to do is with that fan. A lot of you gave me a bit of a schooling on kind of the basics of fluid dynamics, which does apply to a ducting system as well. Yes, I have now reduced the total capacity, I guess, of the airflow system. What will happen is that fan will be under more load than it would have been if I had kept the diameter of the pipe at 90 millimeters. Like I said before, I don't want a 90 millimeter pipe flowing underneath the truck, and there's not enough room for it. I think the fan will be absolutely fine. It's an ultra silent hydro motor fan, so I think it'll be absolutely fine. And we would have increased the velocity of the air coming out that other end. So it'll be an interesting test when we have that running. If we still get some smell, I will either remove the pipe and just have it flowing out the bottom of the truck with a larger hole, or maybe have two fans. But yeah, we've not used this toilet before yet. We may hate it, so I don't want to spend too much time and money on it quite yet until we've tested it like we did just with the plumbing system. Yeah.
Alright, so yesterday was a very exciting day. We went to pick up our electronics. We won't unpack it quite yet. We're just going on a little road trip now, so we'll show you in a few episodes, I guess. The weather is not that great, but we're still going anyway. We're committing. We're just so excited today.
We just need a little break, so
Yeah.
hopefully a few days away. I don't even mind if the weather is rubbish.
True.
It'll be the first time we've slept in the box, so it's going to be really exciting. We picked up like a double mattress, so we're just going to chill and maybe head down south, I think. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll come back nice and refreshed and ready to finish the build.
Yeah, feeling a little bit burned out, I guess, after all that time working on the Mog. We had obviously all this issue with the camper and lots of stress, so now it's good time to unwind a little bit and come back motivated to finish the build.
And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. It really means a lot to us, and really appreciate all the feedback and the tips, and it massively helps.
Yeah, so we'll see you, I guess, very soon. We will actually take you along on a little trip. We'll do a bit of filming still. We will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.